She's there, headphones in, maybe scrolling through her phone, lost in notifications. You're just a few steps away, in a cafe, a bookstore, maybe standing in line. And in that moment, you hesitate. You think, if I speak now, I'll sound like every other guy. Just another man trying to start a conversation. Just another presence she's learned to dismiss without guilt. This is where 98% of men fade away. But the other 2%? They create moments that history remembers, because sexual tension isn't born from touch or overt flirtation. It's born from contrast. It begins the moment you appear in her world, not as an obvious pursuer, but as an unexpected anomaly. Most people think seduction starts when you choose to flirt. But true seduction begins long before that, with the energy you carry, with your presence before a single word is spoken. The real seducer is an interruption. A break in her routine. A subtle glitch in her predictable world. And it can happen anywhere. You don't need a party, a drink, or a dramatic outfit. You need only to control the atmosphere, because what truly seduces isn't context, it's the inner story you inspire within her. It begins with the right glance at the wrong time. Picture a silent scene, two people in a waiting room. No music, no dialogue. One looks at the other. The director says, "Hold your gaze a moment longer. Now smile, not with your lips, but with your eyes." Suddenly, the scene is unforgettable. The energy has shifted. That's the secret, creating micro-environments where time slows, and something invisible changes. It's an art, especially in ordinary spaces. The man who can ignite desire under the sterile light of a supermarket is the same man who can cause goosebumps at a party without laying a hand on her. Why? Because he carries intensity. Controlled, primal energy. A vibration that speaks louder than words. His gaze doesn't beg for permission. It declares interest without demand. And that's what makes sexual tension hypnotic. But don't confuse this with staring. The seductive gaze is not invasive, it's grounded. Confident, but not arrogant. Present, and presence always outweighs appearance. As Faye Alves once said, it's the pause before the orange juice. That subtle break in rhythm. That moment that feels natural but is entirely intentional. That's the paradox. The more natural you seem, the more tension you generate. The more performative you are, the less she feels, because sexual tension isn't built on declarations, it's built on doubt. On unanswered questions. Is he interested? Or is he just like this? And that brings us to a deeper truth. Mystery moves more than certainty. Nietzsche once said, "What is good? That which enhances power." And nothing amplifies power faster than triggering desire without revealing intent. So while most men wait for the right setting, the true master creates it. He doesn't look for seductive environments. He brings seduction into the environment. He disrupts normality with presence. And women, hardwired to notice social nuance, feel that immediately. It's not about doing. It's about what she imagines you would do, if she let you, and that's the next level. Because when you stimulate her nervous system without physical contact, her body still reacts. Goosebumps are not from touch, but from the meaning behind it. And you can create meaning without ever crossing that physical line. That's the art of phantom touch. It's not about how often you touch her, it's about how many times she imagines you almost did. It's the gesture you withhold. The touch that lingers in the air, unfinished. This is where fantasy begins. And fantasy always hits harder than fact. The brain doesn't distinguish between a real sensation and a vividly imagined one. Speak of texture, warmth, rhythm. Let her body respond to your words as though they were fingers. Describe a feeling, not an outfit. Don't say, "Nice blouse." Say, "That fabric looks like it traps warmth." Suddenly, she's feeling the scene, not just hearing it. Better yet, use your own body to demonstrate a feeling. Touch your own arm as you describe a sensation. You're not touching her, you're showing her what it would feel like. If she's intrigued, her body will follow. Remember, seduction isn't about pursuit. It's about suggestion. Influence what she wants, not by action, but by implication. That's how you install ideas, not behaviors. And when an idea is planted, deep and sensory, it becomes unforgettable. A casual comment, like, "It's crazy how some people just give you goosebumps before they even touch you," plants the seed. She'll feel the meaning without you ever saying it outright. That's the power of oblique communication. As Nietzsche also said, the greatest style is the one that says everything without naming anything. Most men seek reactions. The true seducer creates sensation. He speaks in metaphors. He uses pauses, double meanings, and descriptions that bypass logic and hit the body. The woman doesn't just notice him, she remembers him. In her body. Even when he's gone. When that happens, you've moved from interesting to sensorially significant. Now, the final phase begins, the invisible staircase. This isn't a checklist, it's a sequence of subtle emotional cues that make the kiss inevitable. It starts with silence. A strategic pause mid-sentence. Then a glance, eyes to lips, then back. She feels it before she realizes it. Next, the micro-touch. A high five. A shoulder nudge. Playful, safe. No pressure. Then, leadership in touch. Gently guiding her through a crowd. A light hand on her back. She follows, not because you lead, but because she wants to. Then comes synchronization. Mirrored movements. Shared posture. The music of your bodies playing in harmony, and then, emotional verification. A symbolic touch with emotional reward. Like saying, "This deserves a..." If she melts into that hug, arms firm, head close, you're nearly there. But not yet. The final phrase seals it. "If you keep looking at me like that, you're going to make me kiss you." It's not a request, it's a response. A reflection of the tension both of you feel. And if she leans in, smiles, or says nothing, you've reached the final rung. Now, the kiss happens not because you asked, but because it's the only possible outcome.